Hello, recruits. Welcome back to the second episode of the State of Recruit. We are here again with just Josh and a special guest, Trains.
What's going on, recruit?
Going on, guys?
So, after the first episode was aired, there was some roster changes that had happened between recording and the post, which was Kel of Kellogg's being cut by Cryptic Crawlers and Zolf being signed. And I think we have somebody here that maybe could give us a little insight on that.
Yeah, we grabbed Zulf after our first game. We kind of got bashed up pretty good by FRG. They've been looking really good this season so far, I would say. Yeah, Zulf is fantastic all around. I have nothing but good things to say about Zulf. Super friendly guy, funny guy. Great to have on the team personality-wise as well as kind of just tactics-wise. I'm not always the strongest or smartest IGL, and Zulf makes a lot of really good like kind of mid-round calls that sort of help power us forward towards the end goal of winning the round, and just can fill in really any role also.
Doesn't he bring quite a bit of veteran presence to the team as well?
Yeah, I don't actually know when Zulf started, but it was before me. Zulf's been around for a hot minute for sure.
All right, and then the second cut and signing that happened was from the dropouts cutting Bubbles and then signing Meckler. And that was, I believe, before match day 3 as well.
I played a lot of scrims with, or not scrims, oh
Combines.
Combines, thank you. I played a lot of combines with Meckler this season, and yeah, another just kind of like great all around person, great homie. Seemed super nice. Definitely has a solid shot.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what everybody cooks up. I know the FA pool's kind of low this season, and there's a lot of PFAs and FAs, but at the same time, never enough.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who sort of gets to step up the most frequently and put their hat in the ring.
One person that I have been seeing a lot is Fast Runner. I know Fast Runner is out there looking for a team. I've seen him in probably every other scrim or match day so far since we've been going on. So just if you're on the hunt for one, there's a guy that's always available.
Yeah, I didn't get to play with Fast Runner much during the combines this season, but I've definitely heard nothing but good things.
So we're going to start with match day 3. We have the Blunder Battalion versus the Roombas, and Kydro being the MVP for Blunder Battalion, going 30-12, dropping a 1.65 rating. Absolutely frying.
Also didn't lose a single entry.
Neither did Fast Runner too. Speaking of Fast Runner, going 4-0.
Yeah, AG's looked absolutely disgusting to start this season for sure. We scrimmed them for match day 4 before match day 4. And on Overpass, which is a map we've been maybe trying to learn a little bit more, and it was close, but they definitely took it.
Yeah, we played them, I believe, Tuesday, and I think it's going to be another just absolute banger of a game, like it was match day 3 and 4. So yeah, it's been a lot of good CS, and I feel like AG has definitely been bringing it to the table this season.
Sneaky number 1 contender, I think.
Absolutely, sneaky number 1. It's still close. It's been very close this season, but they are definitely getting up there. One thing to note is Painless on Roombas going 10-20. With a 0.64. Not sure what really happened there, but maybe just an off game or something like that. I wish we could have some clips or demos of it, but maybe just an off game. But I've definitely seen Painless put up some good stats before, so I would take that as a fluke.
Most
yeah,
definitely.
Painless is another like recruit vet, also similar to Zulf. I think it's been around for a while. I know that Painless is an absolute menace and some sneaky angles with an XM, so hopefully you can kind of inject a little bit of that fun play back into the game and get his stats rolling up again.
Absolutely. Moving on to the next one, we have the Cryptic Crawlers versus the Guppies. Cryptic Crawlers taking it. We have Hamlet, who's the MVP, with a 18-11, dropping a 1.19 rating. Banger of a game. Banger
Hamlet
of a game.
Absolutely been frying for us lately. Mechanically super impressive, and also sort of brings a good amount of knowledge and map placement to the game.
There was also, I believe, a Hamlet ace in that game too, which I'm not going to say pissed me off because it didn't. Good for Hamlet. But when we scrimmed you guys, Hamlet also aced then. And I said I didn't want that to happen, and it did. It was a pistol round, I believe, right after the first half, going into the second, and it was just a fry session on our side. So, yeah, that was fun.
Hamlet's been known to pop off. It was a pretty good showing from the team as a whole, though. We had lots of assists going around, lots of good ADR. Nobody like super far above everybody else. Like I think that our team's been doing really good lately at kind of everybody pitching in and everybody playing their part. And I think that's what's sort of leading to our success currently.
Absolutely. I mean, just looking at the stat line, your lowest person is Sophia Saturn with a 0.96. That's still a great rating to have, especially the rating that everybody else put up on your guys' team too. So that's absolutely a great rating to have, because you look at our team and our highest was Neko with a 1.6 and me at the bottom with a 0.7, which is a fluke if you have me in your fantasy draft. It's a fluke. That's the last time it'll happen.
It hasn't happened to me yet this season, but I'm certain it will at some point.
Everybody has those games.
Yeah.
Everybody has at least one of those games a season.
Yeah, 100%.
But no, that was a great one. There was definitely a lot of things that we learned playing you guys. There was some history going into that game as well with Zolf and Biggie on there. That we were excited to play for. Biggie had messaged me saying that he was really excited to play too. So, shout out to Biggie. We will always love you, Turncoat.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, absolutely fun game though.
I was gonna say, for anybody that hasn't watched yet, if you check out Triple Man's stream on Twitch, if you go towards the end, I think it's actually the last round. I'm pretty sure it's Zolf on our team hucks a decoy from like spawn, and it somehow manages to travel across the entirety of the map and bonk Triple Man in the head.
Yes, yeah.
You can see it coming from like a mile away through the sky.
What's even better about that? He said, "They're coming." He's like, I think they're coming to my site. I forget what site it was, but I do remember that. He's like, I think they're coming to my site, and I think we called the early rotate because of that. Actually, he's like, I don't know what happened or where it went, but yeah, that was funny.
Dying watching that after.
So there's demo review going on then.
It's more like we just like tune in at the end of Triple Man stream after our game every time, because I guess
the
delay is
catch those last like 5 minutes.
The bit of it, yeah.
Yeah. He put it to 5 minutes that time. Normally it's only a 2 minute delay. He put it to 5 that time.
Just in case. Wise.
He was really
just
scared.
In case.
Really scared.
He was so mentally prepared for that game. All the superstitions were coming out.
All right, so for the next game was Tadpole Titans versus the Tofu Ticklers. I believe previous episode we mentioned that this could be a pretty good game. Josh, I think you said it was going to be a close one. I didn't think so. And for the first half of the game, it definitely was not. 9-2 on their CT side on Mirage, going 13-7 in the end. And what ended up happening, Griffin got a knife kill in the first half.
Oh.
It was his only kill of the half.
Oh.
Yeah, he ended the game 4-16 with a .41. And Hunter Guy for Tadpole Titans went 17-11 with a 1.29 rating.
I've seen worse stats.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, at least if the knife kill's your only kill, at least you got it in style.
I'm pretty sure he made Bun proud with it as well.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what it's about.
I'm pretty sure Bun was in front of the mirror saying, I'm happy for the knife kill. I'm happy for the knife kill to himself over and over.
Maybe he's not so happy that 1 kill in the half, but at the time, maybe it was okay.
A .41 rating. It's never quite the happiest moment, but it is cow fashion to get the knife kill.
Maybe it was also just like a IGL debuff too. Maybe you're trying
That's
to think.
Exactly what it could have been.
Being down 9-2 at the half. I mean, you're struggling there. You're trying to think of new ways you can cook. Yeah, exactly. And they're on T side too. Mm-hmm. So it's not just
your theory crafting in Spawn.
Yeah.
Playing chess pieces with your head.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely hard to be the IGL on the opposite side of FRG's young Tony Dong. That is a big brained IGL if I've ever seen one.
And with me,
Is
second calling as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
is Tony Dong a veteran?
Yes, he is. He's
Okay.
been around about as long as me, somewhere around season 12, I believe.
Oh wow. Okay, so old veteran.
Yep. Yep.
Moving
Yeah,
on
been
to the
around.
next one, we have Peasant Pythons versus the Decoys. Peasant Pythons taking it 13-1. Did I say that right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Peasant
13-1.
Pythons. Yeah, 13-1. AJ on Peasant Pythons going 18-8, dropping a 1.67 rating. And something to note here is all of them dropped a 1.0 and higher. We have a 1.33, a 1.33, and then two 1.0s. Absolutely frying.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's just a beatdown.
Pythons was definitely a team that I had kind of pegged at the beginning of the season to be on the look for. Lots of notable names on there. AJ, I got to play a couple combines with at the beginning of the season this year, and just a young fella, but very mechanically aware and absolutely a terrifying rifle to be on the other side of.
Absolutely, especially we scrimmed against him once, and I mean, he was hitting shots that I'm like, if this was Face It, I'm calling you a Smurf. You know, I mean, he was hitting just absolutely insane shots. His read on everybody was really good. If he sticks in CSC for a while, I think he's going to be an absolute star player and an absolute unit too.
Yeah, 100% cast in that last game. In that
Yeah.
game against the Decoys. That's not easy.
Just I mean, all of them were frying, but AJ just took it home. Not a single one of them went above 10 deaths. Beef went 12-2, which is also just insane.
Yeah.
And then looking at the other team, only Thuy dropped a 1.21 rating. Everybody else was a 0.9 all the way down to a 0.48. You know, it's just unfortunate. Not sure what was going on, but like we said earlier, those games just happen and it's just quicksand for you.
Yeah, it's difficult, and it's especially hard, I think, too, to like. Obviously, Anubis is not a new map, but it is new to the map pool for this season,
And with
some
a map,
changes.
with the map change for the window.
So it's gonna take time for teams to figure that out. That new hole is as small a change as it might seem. Definitely opens up the map in a lot of very interesting ways.
Yeah,
absolutely. Moving on, we have the Mulligans versus the Dropouts going 13-9, with the Mulligans taking it. MVP for that game is Big Willie Dose going 23-13, dropping a 1.32 rating. That's a pretty close game. Seems like they had a really good first half, and it got a little scary there towards the end for them.
It looks like they were mounting a bit of a comeback, winning 5 straight.
Yeah, just didn't manage to clutch it up, but at least a handful of big shooters on both teams.
Absolutely. Well, you're looking at C Columbus. He went 7-3 for first kills, first deaths. I mean,
yeah, that's great.
That's great opening right there. It just seems like their issues could be the finish. You know, I'm not too sure what's going on there, but
I think it might even just partially be because they had Meckler play for them. This would have been his first game with the team, so maybe it's just trying to get used to the team mechanics and maybe even positions.
Yeah, there's always going to be a little sort of time to work those new players into your lineup.
Sweet. Moving over to match day 4, we have absolute bangers coming up for match day 4. Last week I asked for some great games and you guys delivered. We have Cryptic Crawlers versus the Decoys going 19-16.
Overtime. Woo!
Overtime.
Yeah, double overtime.
And are we surprised that Hamlet was MVP going 38-22, dropping a 1.44 rating? No.
Definitely
no, we are
not. Hamlet had 38 kills in that game and also 2 team kills. So like technically a 40 bomb, like almost a 40 bomb, right? We can call that a 40 bomb.
Yeah, that counts.
We'll call it a 40 bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 first kills to 1 first death. I think to still reach 109 ADR on a game that went, I'm bad at math, but that's like over 30 rounds, you know, like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That's great. That's absolutely frying.
No, that's not 35. Yeah, that is 35 rounds.
Yeah. That's
35
how
rounds.
math works. Yeah,
Yeah,
35 rounds.
we're all bad at math. I just wasn't gonna say anything. Well, I mean, Biggie too. I mean, going 7-2 for first kills, first deaths. You guys had absolute openers, and I mean,
Biggie is great at that for sure.
it looks like it's just round differential tug of war. You know, first 5 you guys had, lost 3, got 1, they got 1, another 4, they got 4, and then it was just neck and neck right after that.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of kind of short runs broken up in between more short runs throughout that whole game. It was hectic. It was a nail biter. I was stressing. I was sweaty. I was like legitimately sweaty after that game.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, double OT, it gets hectic. Absolutely.
Yeah,
what was
it's just like the mental fortitude starts to like really play a role in that after a while. Like I was getting close to the end of my wits for sure, trying to call something that hadn't already been called earlier in the game, and like I think it was nice to kind of get a taste of that earlier on in the season.
Absolutely. Well, and I mean, 19 and 16. What did you say after that? Fourth half that you guys went into? Like, hey, we need to finish it because I can't anymore.
We just gotta lock in, and we just gotta get the job done.
And my question was going to be, did you hit 12 rounds first, or did you have to mount the comeback?
We hit 12 rounds first, and then right? I don't even remember anymore. It's all such a blur. I'm pretty sure we hit 12 rounds first, and then they brought it back and forced OT.
It looks like it was 12-10, and then they brought it back.
Yeah.
And then forced OT. So just those 2 rounds. That makes all the difference there too.
Yeah. Especially because then they could get some momentum off that. Just like, yes, we brought it back. Let's go into the next.
Scary. I think the big thing that was like our economy was definitely a little off towards the end of that game. So like, I think it was the 11th round we like forced or we 2K'd going into it, and was like just trying to get our money straight at the last minute, and it was tough. But OT was a good reset for the finances. I noticed this in the game, but did we get 12,500 last season for OT, or was it 10K? It's 10K in Prem, isn't it?
It's 10K in Prem, and then it's 1,200 in CSC.
Yeah, okay. I thought there was like a little extra money in. But yeah, it felt good. I think it was a really good game, and then even the overtimes both were pretty good little back and forths too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just looking at it too, it looks like it was almost never bomb drop. It was always just kills, which is just absolute murder house.
Yeah, it was a lot of kills for sure. A lot of retakes.
Moving on to the next match. Guppies versus the Roombas, with the Guppies taking it in another double overtime thriller. 1916, the Guppies take it with, hey, look at that. Just Josh bouncing back from the previous game, going 28 and 29 with a 1.17 rating.
Yeah, I'm just good. I mean, I don't know. No, I can't say that. No, I can't say that.
Fantasy players rejoice.
Yeah, I told you guys it was a fluke. I told you it was just a fluke. Yeah, no, that helped out those fantasy players for sure. One of the I looked at who drafted me too, and I forget who. I think it was somebody on FNL. I think it was Bonk. Who drafted me, and it like brought him up like 10 points. So he's top 3 now in fantasy. You're welcome.
And then for the Roombas, Zampolit dropping 35 and 22 with a 1.26 rating. JB Snipes not too far behind with 29 kills and 23 deaths.
Yeah, it was. By the way, Painless, if you're watching this, your lurks piss me off. Good job. Good job. There were multiple times we would finally get the pick B or hear them all rotate A. All right, let's go down con. We have con control. We would go down there, and there's Painless just waiting, just hoping you're swinging him. And, of course, we would swing as a group, and he would just mow us down. I want to say it was at least 3 rounds. That guy is a hard anchor, and it paid off. That was a good game.
100% Painless is a connector creep. He was
absolutely
ripping my head off all combines long down in connector.
I pride myself on being a connector player on T side. not too much in this game, but man, them putting 2 to 3 in con every time, I was struggling starting off there. I mean, I typically play con so aggressive that they either have to give it up or just take the fight. Man, they were locking it down. I ended up lurking, and I still didn't get them half the time. Yeah, good.
Hey.
It was definitely a good game. Triple Man finished it out for us. We had quite a few clutches from Neko, Triple, and Casimir. It was just great CS all the way around. I mean, I was sweating. We were calling tax left and right, both teams. It was a lot of mental going in there, for sure.
And those are some of the games that help your team in playoffs, whether it be the best of 3 matches where it takes 2 hours to play all the games. So some of this adversity playing in just overtime can definitely help with that.
Fun fact about that game, our first time playing overpass as a team was the scrim right before that.
Ooh.
Nice.
And then they took us to overpass, and it went OT, but we finished it proudly.
That was what we did in week 1 also against FRG. We scrimmed against Cal on overpass and then played FRG on overpass right after.
Yeah, it's tough to make that call, I'm sure, because it was tough for us to make that call too. But moving on to the next game, we have Mulligans against the Tadpole Titans going 13-16, another overtime. For the Mulligans, we have Big Willie Dose going at 24-20, dropping a 1.21 rating. How did that one feel, Brass?
Oh, I think I had a heart attack towards after that game. We definitely could not really figure out how to stop their slow playing on our CT side. So in the first half, I think they beat us 7-5, and then they were just stopping us banana. I tried to pick up an op a couple times and peek down car. I was full white every single round. What ended up happening is just we had to give up car control completely at the start of rounds. But luckily, though, they were a slow enough team where we kind of just were able to end up saving our utility and just waiting till like the last minute of the round to like actually throw stuff.
There was something you said about utility. Is there something you want to bring up about util and FRG?
Yeah, I was looking at the stats earlier today, and me, Hunter, and Tony Dong us 3 are in the top 5 for utility damage to opponents, all over 220
nice.
per
match. There you go. That's a good round out. So basically, watch the mollies and the nades.
Yep.
When you play FRG, because they're coming at you one way or another.
And yeah, Inferno is definitely.
Util, all util.
Yeah, definitely a map for the utility knowers for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, util is everything on Inferno. Same thing with Ancient. I feel like those 2 maps are just, if you're not throwing util, you're not gonna win, or at least have a good time playing.
Yeah, Mulligans did love their banana util, even on their CT side. Lots of HEs, lots of mollies getting dropped down. They kind of stunned us in the first part of the second half, but eventually we ended up just pressing W key down, and then a couple times we would catch them out with utility still in hand. So then we get the early 5v4, and then we kind of just went off of that. And that's what kind of helped with our comeback to get into overtime, being down 12-8, I think that is.
I don't know. I'm not good at math.
I think I did my math right.
Yeah, 12-8. Yeah, I mean, just from the looks of it, it looks like it was an absolute great game from you guys, and another OT bringing it home. So, yeah, that's awesome. That's really awesome.
Had to pull up some deep pocket positions and plays in overtime. Our first round of CT side, I boosted onto top of I helped boost Tony Dong onto top of porch, and he got 2K off that.
Nice, a classic. Yeah, that doesn't work every time, but it definitely filter that in there every good little gap of rounds, and it'll net you some kills.
And
sure.
Yeah, the first time being the first round of the CT half of overtime for us. I mean, they didn't see it at all until then, so
Oh, that's absolutely strat that you save for overtime.
Yeah.
For the I mean, that's one of those things where you've defaulted so hard that now you have to do something completely. I call it crazy boosting up there because you're good for one pick and then hopefully you get traded.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, just throwing something out there like that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's such a good one too. I've seen people hiding in their own smokes up there before too, thinking it's a missed smoke, and there's so many good angles that you can play on Inferno. It's an absolute banger of a map.
Yeah. And we also had our sub, shout out to Kaka Land, also going 19 and 20 with a 0.98 rating. He was very huge in keeping us alive in this game as well. It was him and Hunter keeping B on lock. Usually I like to play B, but we gave it to him to feel a little more comfortable on the team. And he
Good.
definitely did his
I'm
part.
glad he's fitting in.
Yep. So if anybody's looking for a new player around 200 MMR, he might be the guy for you.
Moving on to our last game for match day 4, we have Blunder Battalion versus the Dropouts, with Dropouts taking it 13-6. We have the MVP of the game, Jack the Bipper, going 14 and 15, dropping a 1.4 rating, which is, might I say, oh, I'm sorry, I said the wrong team. Biggs going 19 and 10, dropping a 1.39 rating. Apologies, wrong team. This is actually kind of scuffed on the website right now. Yeah, absolute. Looks like a really good game. It's kind of a weird one because you see Kiddo and Kydro dropping only 0.8s, which is not normal for them at all. So I wonder if this is just a new map that they were trying. No, not Kydro. Not Kydro. That guy is a machine, well-oiled machine. No, I mean, it looks like an absolute great game. It looks like the Dropouts were pretty neck and neck the whole entire time. As far as, obviously Biggs taking it away. He's definitely one of the top 5 players of the tier for a reason. So, and he just went out there and showed him that.
Looking at the
currently ranked number 1 for rating, Biggs.
He is number 1.
1.36, yeah.
And looking at the rounds in this game, the last 5 are all defuses for the Dropouts.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Very
yeah.
one-sided, no like back and forth rounds at all. It went 2, 4, 6, 2, 5.
Those 5 defuses, I wonder if they maybe lost or gave up sight and just, hey, we're going to retake this together. It's Dust 2. That is pretty much a retake simulator.
Yeah.
You get a pick and you're just instantly taking sight as fast as you can to try to keep the rotates off. And so I'm wondering if maybe they lost a pick on site and they just all backed up, let them plant, maybe get a pick as they came in, and just played retakes off of that, getting all their diffuses.
Yeah, I think most people at this point, Dust is probably one of the more played maps for most people. So I think you kind of get a better idea of how to execute those retakes. And at the same time, I think that post plants are something that can often be overlooked in Recruit for like in terms of practice. But it really does play such an important role in the game.
Absolutely. And so far this season, we haven't seen very many diffuses. Most of the time from the stats that I've been seeing, as soon as bombs down, most of the teams pretty much win them just off of their post plans. So, trying to hold on to that, I think, is something that, like you said, gets overlooked for sure and needs to get practice more.
Also, the first Dust 2 of the season.
It is the first Dust 2 of the season.
I believe so.
It is. I mean, maybe there's been scrims, but as far as officials, that is the first one of the season.
Yeah, I'm a big Dust 2 enjoyer personally. I think it's a very fun map. We got to play it in our grand final game against the Guppies last season. Actually, we kind of got to play it a lot last season. I was kind of surprised that teams kept letting us take it to Dust 2 or to Inferno, our 2 best maps. But I think because it's one of the older maps, everybody feels comfortable on it, and everybody feels like it's anybody's game when they're playing Dust 2, which is super valid, and I get why people want to play it.
And there's so many strats for it too. I mean, if one thing's not working, you got 10 other things that can.
Yes, lots of options on Dust 2.
A lot of options, and it's not how it is on Inferno where you lose 2 people to a site, you have to save. Retake is always an option.
Yep.
So there's can be a comeback for anything. There could be an upset for anything. Reverse sweeps incoming. I mean, there's just it really is anybody's game. All it takes is one round to just change exactly how Dust 2 is played. So one game that didn't get played on match day 4 was the Tofu Ticklers versus the Peasant Pythons. Are we wanting to theory craft on this one and see who's going to take it? I'm just gonna go based off feeling here. I'm just gonna let it ride. I think BOA is gonna take it. I think Peasant Pythons might take it.
That's who I was leaning towards as well.
I'm leaning towards them. They have some heaters of players on their team. Tofu Ticklers. We played them in a scrim and they played pretty well. It almost went to OT again on the overpass that we played them on, but they also had 2 subs. So it's hand in hand which way it could go, depending on the map for them. But I think Peasant Pythons might take it.
Yeah, I've both of these teams, to be honest, I had marked as likely kind of front runner contenders before the start of the season. As much as I do like a lot of the shooters that are on BOA, I know that Tofu Ticklers also has very capable shooters. Bun, big brain player for sure, lots of great utility. Ramia Berry is a super fun homie that I've been playing with for a couple seasons now, sort of outside of CSC, but she could be anywhere on the map at any given point in time and is terrifying with any variety of weapon in the game. Minnie, also a very accomplished shooter on the Tofu Ticklers. I think it might be a little closer than most people would give that game credit for.
I think it'll be close, absolutely, because I mean they're pretty neck and neck on the leaderboards as well, and I think it'll be a really good match to see take place. I'm hoping for another OT. We got to keep the streak going now for match day 4.
Yeah, another OT.
We got to keep the streak going. Yeah. But moving on over to match day 5, the lineups that we have are Blunder Battalion against the Guppies, Peasant Pythons against Cryptic Crawlers, Roombas against the Mulligans, the Decoys against the Tadpole Titans, and the Dropouts against the Tofu Ticklers. I'm excited for the FNL versus BOA.
Yeah, especially because it looks like they may be playing the double header then against Cow right away. So they'll be pretty fresh.
They're gonna be pretty locked in.
They could be pretty fresh.
Yeah, they're gonna be pretty locked in.
Or I mean, if Nan's performance on match day 4 is anything to go off of with the doubleheader, I think definitely having the true match day as the warm up game for the current match day, I think definitely gets you going 100%.
That is true. There were 2 match day 3 games that were played on match day 4.
Yeah, and Nan really came out of the gates swinging at us. I think having that extra real match day on the line definitely makes you want to fight for it a little more, even just from a morale perspective.
Yeah, just like ACA losing their match day 3 game and then beating the best team at 3 match days in at that point.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And Nan is bottom of the leaderboard right now, but I don't count them out for anything.
No, definitely.
You know what I mean? If anything, last game showed that they really do have the potential to just lock it in and reel it back.
Absolutely.
So, ending on a loss, that sucks, especially you're waiting all weekend to play again.
Mm-hmm.
But I think FRG is going to have a pretty fun game, as will the Guppies. We are neck and neck with AG right now. I mean, this decides who goes up a place and who goes down a place, but I think I'm excited to play AG. They have some shooters on their team. Jack the Bipper, he was their MVP for their last game. You have Kydro and Kiddo, who are both absolute units of headshot machines. So we'll see where it takes us for sure.
Yeah. Kiddo is scary for sure, despite what I think it was the last 2 games, kind of maybe a lower than expected sort of showing for them. I played with Kiddo in my first season in CSC, season 17. We were on FRG before my time was cut short by my also current GM, Evan Counter-Strike. And Kiddo was an absolute demon back then. Seems to still be an absolute demon now, I think, regardless of what the last game they played looked like. Kiddo was nerfed by his college dorm internet in the first season that we played together, and I think it seems like they might be free of that issue now.
Well, what's scary is Kittle putting up, I mean, amazing stats in combines, and especially the first, I think it was first game day. And if anything, that's scary to know that he probably thinks that he hasn't been performing as good as he can be. So who knows what kind of practice he's doing this week or anything like that. I mean, he could come into the server and just absolutely fry.
I know, back around season 13-14, Josh, your GM, Milky, he was playing on hotel Wi-Fi on a laptop.
Guess what he's doing this season?
Don't tell me it's the same thing.
It's not, but he was last season.
Oh no.
But this season he was home, I believe, the last match day, and he was using, or actually I don't know if he was using his during the match day, if he was using his hotspot, but we were playing a Face It and his internet went out, and so he swapped to his hotspot on his phone. We won the game, and he still put up good stats. So don't mess with Milky on 100 ping. Also, I want to know his phone provider, because that's a good hotspot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive.
We got Bun in here now, joining us just in time for standings.
Hello.
Hello. Bun, now that you're here, can you give us some insight to match day 4 for the reschedule? You guys think you're going to do good against BOA this upcoming Tuesday, or when did you guys schedule it for?
We scheduled it for Monday. We have to reschedule it because of some issues, which will be fun.
At least
sounds like a banger.
Yeah, at least you're not playing the doubleheader on Tuesday.
We actually might be doing a doubleheader scheduling, so decided right now, to be decided.
Okay, TBD. All right, and for standings, I believe the CSC website has it wrong, because I don't believe FNL has the lead above FRG Tadpole Titans here. Mostly because of the head-to-head from match day 1 where we beat you. So I'm going along with Analytical's stats, or their numbers.
Of course, the guy who wants to be number 1 is pulling up Analytical.
Interesting.
According to tiebreakers,
I was under the impression that because we're tied in round win percentage, it goes to round diff, which actually puts us in first place at FNL.
But then where does head-to-head go into play?
Oh, who head-to-head, schmed to schmed, you know?
Might have to ask admins on this one, or the rules committee for this.
I actually have no idea what the official rules are, so it could go either way.
Yeah.
It's what was it? The Aura rankings?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I would say that FRG and FNL probably two of the most Aura strong franchises in the league, at least in recruit, I have to say.
Yeah, Guppies are in there too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
sure.
It's hard to have Aura when you're a fish.
Yeah, there's some cool fish, man. Fish are pretty cool.
Yeah, you guys ever seen a rainbow trout? All colorful.
The sunfish.
I was thinking like flying fish.
Next time maybe that'll be my copy pasta. Which, by the way, shout out to copy pastas. I need some, so drop them in the comments, please.
Zolf's been ripping some pretty good ones since he got on our team.
Has he?
Yeah, he's talking about his biblical greed.
Oh, yes. And then hitting us with, y'all like cornbread?
The classic.
Classic. Absolutely classic. He always hits me with the hit the pen.
Yeah, hit the pen, ponder the orb.
Ponder the orb, ponder the pen, I tell him.
In that last game, the game that we played against Nan, not unfortunately the game that we played against you guys, but there was one point in this was before we got to OT, but it was in the stretch where the stress levels were definitely rising a good bit. And Zolf said, "Shit, man, I need to ponder the orb real quick." And then he came back and he called a mid-round strat that won us the round. So I know the orb does have real magical powers for Zolf at least.
I can attest to that. We were playing a combine on Overpass, and he called the tack, and he's like, "I got to go ponder the orb." He came back, and he went from double negative to triple positive in that combine.
Jeez.
I believe.
Wow.
He pondered the orb, and the wizard spoke. he hit absolute flow state. I'm pretty sure he got a 4K with a deagle on a eco round, and I mean just absolutely fried. So don't mess with Zolf and his cornbread.
I know that's right.
So yeah, going back to the standings, FRG, FNL, and GF and AG are all 3-1 currently in the season, with BOA going 2-1, still needing to play their match day 4 game, ACA 2-2, and then T and ATO being 1-3, Cow being 1-2, also then needing to play their match day 4 game, and Nan 0-4.
That's rough for Nan. That really is, especially after having that absolute overtime to overtime game. You know,
I do
FNL
wonder.
just didn't want to give him a freebie.
No, sorry, we couldn't afford it. I had to, at least on the CSC website, put our team back into first place.
I do wonder though if Nan will make any roster changes though after being 0-4 now.
Certainly possible. I think the 0-4, if it was last season and it was a 9-game season, I think would be a little more pressing for sure. But it is an extended season, right? I think we're playing 13 match days instead of 9 this
13
year.
match days.
11, I believe.
Oh, 11.
Is it? I swear it was
Yeah.
longer than that. Well, either way, it's still 2 extra games, right? So like, starting off slow isn't the end of the world. There's still runway to kind of right that ship,
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, looking at the FA pool too, who do they have to pick from? Other than Fast Runner and Kakaland, who have been in the servers mostly, is from what I've seen.
Yeah, Kakaland did put up an impressive performance in the last one that they got in on. And Fast Runner too. Like there are options. There are options.
Absolutely.
Might be a little slimmer this year than most years, but there are options.
There's options, so you have to get to them fast if you need one.
Yeah. You could always try the old talk a perm FA into leaving perm FA.
That is true.
That's how I lost my spot on FRG in my first season.
Ooh.
That's rough.
It was deserved. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it wasn't deserved, but it hurt. It hurt.
Well, that leads us into our next segment. I got some. You've mostly answered them all, but I do have some questions for you, Trains. How are you feeling this season? How's the team doing? You guys thinking you guys are going to take grand finals again?
Whew, I certainly would love to. Nothing would make me happier than going back to back and bringing a little more glory to the new FNL franchise. Honestly, the team's feeling pretty good. We got a lot of people that I think are super dedicated to it, which I really like. I think that's a huge thing. We've managed to get in lots of pug nights, like on weekends especially so far. I think there's a lot of really great ideas regarding map theory and how we want to play the game, kind of bouncing between everybody. I really do think that we're in a good spot. The roster feels strong. I think we're all kind of, homies with each other already, and that's the kind of like connection and cohesion that you need to really give yourself that extra edge.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, looking at the way that it is now, if the way that the season's been going for coming up almost on this first quarter, if it goes and continues the way that it's been going, I definitely see the top 3 teams going to the end of the playoffs for sure, and you guys being one of them.
Yeah, 100%. It'll be a little different this season. We're single elimination this season, right? No second
Single
chances.
elimination is back. Yes.
Yeah. See, last year the double elim fit our narrative, as Evan.
Yeah. You guys snuck past with the double elim.
Yeah.
And also, only 2 teams won't make playoffs, so it's going to be 8 teams that make it.
Yeah, there's tons of room.
Yeah.
And as GF showed last season, right? It's anybody's game once you get there. It's just about getting there.
I remember Nan quite a few seasons ago just squeak into play-ins, and then they end up winning the chip.
Who doesn't love a good Cinderella run,
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what this league is. It's all about the runs, the impressiveness. I just want to see good, fun Counter-Strike. That's all I care about.
I want to see
fun
long
games.
Counter-Strike.
Nail-biting
overtime games.
I love
Maybe I don't love
overtime
playing
games.
them, but
Yeah.
Watching them.
Yeah,
I
I
is
love
love
talking
going
about
to the
them.
third
Yep.
map too. I hate seeing a 2-0 best of 3. I love going to the third map. I think it makes it so much more exciting. It just like
We
it
don't have
puts
to
that
bring up last
extra-
season.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were rocking and rolling last season for sure.
Yeah,
But
you guys definitely locked in and took it home last season. So I'm excited to see the theory crafts and everything that's going, and it's going well so far for you guys this season as well.
yeah, for sure.
And with that, I would like to thank everybody for watching. Unfortunately, highlights are still broken, so you don't get to see anything yet, unless you send in clips.
Oh,
Please
Yes.
send in clips. Desperately on my knees begging for you to send in clips.
And also, if you want to be a guest like Trains and Bun for his couple words he said, also feel free to reach out. We can definitely squeeze you in here. And with that, goodbye.
bye, recruit. Thanks for having me.
Bye, recruit.